Thank you, Rebecca. That is a great question. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here because KickUp has a tool and it's kind of piggybacks off of what Steve was just talking about. A tool called Dashboards that pulls together the data from across the platform so leaders can quickly connect the dots between evaluations, PD, and coaching. So I'm going to take you guys into our dashboard tool. Dashboards are customizable and are going to update in real time. Let's take a closer look at this admin view performance deep dive dashboard as an example. So at the beginning of the year, leaders might be looking across the district for hotspots, right? What are the areas where we may need to plan follow-up support and or target for goals? So here I've got a really solid view of where we are in domains 1 and 2 of the Danielson framework here. And overall, things look pretty strong here. These two domains really give me a quick sense of how teachers are starting the year in areas like planning and the learning environment. I really want to zoom in on domain 3, the instructional domain, because that's where a lot of our districts tend to focus their energy once the fundamentals are in place, right? So as the district leader, I might want to dive deeper into looking at all the data compiled in this first column here. And then I might want to look at it by, the variations by school. So right away, I can see here that 3C followed by domains 3 and B might be some hotspots where we really want to focus in on. And I can really see in particular that Deer River Elementary School in 3C is an area that we want to focus on, as well as Greenfield Elementary. These are maybe points to areas where we really just need that additional support. At any time, I can hover over these heat maps to really get a view of that breakdown of that data. And then with another click, I can drill in further with another click and just really get a good view of what's going on here. So here I can see 3C engaging students in learning and really focusing on Deer River Elementary. Down here, I can come and click on this basic category. This is just going to help me see what is making up this data point and which teachers might need that extra support here. So this is how a lot of our district start to look at their data. They start at high level patterns. We're really drilling down to building level and then drilling down into that individual so that we can help support them. And then scrolling down to my dashboard here, once I understand where my hotspots are, I might want to check, are we setting goals and offering PD in alignment with the areas that need support? So KickUp makes that easy to see. I can see that many teachers are setting goals here that are aligned to 3C, which is great to see given that's an area of need. And then I can also see over here how much of our PD is focused on that instructional framework here. And then I might also notice here that there isn't as much PD aligned to that 3B or 3C, which were also areas in addition to 3C that we wanted to see more emphasis on. So that might prompt me to plan or adjust future PD offerings. And then I can also see things like the number of PD sessions aligned to domain 3. And then I can also drill into these tiles at any point to get more information. So maybe I want to focus in on what PD was offered in September here, and I can scroll and see the list of opportunities here. And then lastly, in this kind of section, I can see all of the list of the actual domain 3 PD offered this year. And then similarly, I can see the alignment and how it extends to coaching as well in my district. So districts can align their coaching work to the same framework and really just track how much time coaches are spending in each area here. And I can see here the coaches are supporting the performance goals that we have identified. I can also view the coaching time grouped by teaching experience, which helps leaders have conversations about where support is concentrated and whether that is intentional or if we need to recalibrate that. And then lastly, in my dashboard, this is kind of the culmination. So throughout the year, you're monitoring all of this data and you're trying to guide your support. Ultimately, at the end of the year, you want to see progress over time here. So we also want to be able to answer the question, have the efforts we've made led to changes in practice? So this heat map is going to help me answer that question. I can see for domain 3 specifically, the growth over the different observations that happen throughout the year. And as with anything in KickUp, I can drill in deeper and really filter that data in multiple different ways with what growth looks like, across the year. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing here, but the dashboard tools really just help our districts clearly see the trends across their systems and just tie back to whatever framework that they're using. If it's Danielson, Marzano, or local framework, KickUp really just helps keep everything aligned so that leaders can see what's happening, make informed decisions, and really support educator growth. With that, Rebecca, I'll pass it back to you.